Alright, y'all, this is your favorite mechanic, Chris, working on a 2008 Nissan Altima 2.5 engine. Basically, we're about to drain the transmission fluid out. So what you want to do is jack the car up, which you can clearly see I already did. Get your little oil pan, drain pan. What you want to do is you want to get this plug right here out, this bolt right here out first. Let it drain out. And then we're going to take this pan off so we can check the filter and stuff. So these going to be 10 millimeters. This right here is a 19 millimeter. Let me break this real quick and I'll be right back. I'm by myself, so sorry if it's, jumpy a little, but after you get it loose with the ratchet, you can just take the socket and turn it around like so. I like to turn it around till it get like right up in this area here. Then I'll take it off and turn it with my hands. You should have on gloves anytime dealing with stuff like this, but I'm just more of a, doer without gloves. But yeah, you just let it drain or whatnot. Transmission fluid is not supposed to be that black and dirty, but that's why we're changing it. It's supposed to be nice, a nice bright red. That is basically burnt fluid. So yeah, let it all drain out. Watch it all drain out. And like I said, after we drain it, we're gonna take the bottom of the pan out. So it's gonna be these 10 millimeter bolts going all the way around the pan. There's a lot in there now. We're getting to the last little bit. I done drained the pan twice, so I'm thinking we had probably like, maybe 12 or 13 quarts, something like that. I'm thinking it's called for 9. That's what they say. It might be just 9, but so far we got this one. We got this one filled up. It's a regular antifreeze jug. All I did was cut the side out and pour it in there. I'm gonna use a funnel to drain it back into here and another one. But yeah, fluid too black to reuse. I wouldn't reuse it anyway after draining. Time to put new fluid in there. Blow the strainer out or put a new strainer in there too, or filter. So yes, this is done. Just jumping from the back, so I'm just gonna hand tighten this back so I get it where I want it at. I'm going to take my 10 millimeter and just go and hit these right here along the way, all the way around. Get my impact. This is the faster way of life right here. Boat's not really that long, so take off and put right here. We'll be right back. Once we get those 3 bolts off, you should be able to, wiggle it out. Let the rest of the fluid fall down out of there. Get the fluid out of here too, as well. See, that's a little lighter, probably because I put some in there the other day. But once you get that out, get ready to look in there. You can see it's real dirty and clogged up looking. We're gonna try to clean that out too. If not, we're gonna buy another. I think I can clean it out and get away with it, so I'm not gonna do too much. Let it drain out for a little bit. Yeah, when I look in this end is right here. Let's count. Yeah, that's 2. That ain't going dirty. Yeah, it's not that good. I recommend putting a new one in, but since this is a project car for me, I'm gonna go ahead and blow it out, see if I can get it clean. If not, then I'll buy a new one. Yep, we got it. It's a filter up here too, so I'm gonna see can I get that out as well. Alright, so I cleaned the pan out, y'all. These are magnets. I took these off and cleaned them as well. Then I put them back over this. They just pull up like that. So I put them back down over the little groove spot they was in. This is the old one. Has like a little broken piece of metal in there somewhere right here. There you go, right there. So what I did was I went and bought a newer one, and you can see straight through it on both sides, clean vents, so it'll be easier for the transmission fluid to flow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in there, put this back on, and see what happens, y'all. Oh yeah, now I also bought a bigger gasket to go back around it. I was gonna use the old one, but I was like, hey, why not buy a new one? So yeah, I bought that too. So now you want to make sure the gasket is all the way down like so. You want to get up here with this hole at. You want to push it in there like that. Wiggle it around, line it up with this one. Put the 3 bolts back in there. 1, 2, then 3 will be back here on the edge. So the long bolt would go in this hole. I'm gonna start it like so. It's gonna be a shorter one like this. Goes in this hole. You wanna make sure you start it straight so you won't cross thread anything. Okay, and then there'll be another one like this, which is also short. Goes in the back hole. Start that, make sure it's not cross threading. Stop. So now we take the old gasket off, which is real hard. You'll be able to tell it's the old one. The new one is soft. Once they get a little heat to it, they start getting hard and stuff. So we're gonna put them on the pan. Put them on the pan. I'll put them on the pan like that right there. I like to put my gaskets on the pan so it'll be easier to bolt up to the car. So I put it on the pan like so, make sure everything works. Like line up and stuff. When I say works, I mean like line up wise. See, I got it flipped backwards. So I'm gonna have to flip it this way. Then boom, everything is lining up. So what I do is I get me a bolt after I get this gasket up here, right? It takes some time. Takes some time. So it's up there now. I get me a little bolt. Put one in there and I take it to the frame of the car, or to the bottom of the transmission in this case, and I go in and start it. So then you just go ahead and go around. See, I got one holding it right here, one right here, and another one over here in this corner. But I just go around with the socket and hand tighten them. You don't have to hand tighten them, but I hand tighten them. Then I go back around and tighten them up. We're gonna go ahead and do all this real quick. It's 19 bolts in this pan, by the way. 19 small ones and one big one to let it out, which is drain plus a 19 millimeter. I already tightened it up, so when I tighten these up, we'll be good. Pour some more fluid back in there, fill it up. We should be all right. What we do is we just tighten these up right here. We go all the way around. I done went all the way around with the drill on that far side over there. I'm gonna go with the ratchet, so it won't be too tight. Go around. Make sure all of them tight. So when you pour this fluid in, you ain't gonna worry about it coming back out on you, man. Fluid costs too much. A quart is $13.99, and for the big gallon is $45.99. So if you buy a gallon, you know they ain't number 5 quarts. You're gonna have to buy 4 more quarts prior to it. I got over 100, about $145 tied up in this just fluid in the strainer. So fluid is real precious. You don't want to lose that. So what we doing now is we just checking. So yeah, they kind of loose. You just snug them back tight. Take behind the drill now. These pretty much tight, except for this one on this end. As you can see, I done tighten them all up. Just gonna wipe the bottom of this pan off now, just in case it leaks or anything. You want to see where it leaking from. It shouldn't leak because everything is tightened. So. Yeah, we do that. Get one in the car. All left to do now is just go ahead and post some in there. This is what you want to buy. You want to get CVT. Make sure it's full synthetic too. It's all about putting the right stuff, right fluid in the car. If you put the wrong fluid in here, it'll run for a little up and mess up the whole transmission. Especially if it's only a filter, you hate to burn up a good transmission. So. Make sure you use the right stuff. Stick is right here. Of course, you pour it back where the stick is at. So, I'll be with you shortly. I'm gonna pour the fluid back in the transmission. See, that fluid's supposed to be clear. Supposed to be clear like that. The old fluid black. When it's real black and burn up, you don't want to use that again. Just go ahead and put you some new one in there. It's out here raining too, so we're gonna fill this up. That's 1. Here we go, 2. Crank it up. Make sure it's not leaking from under the car. If it's not, that means you did your job right down there. The stick normally go in. This part here is supposed to be right here, so to lock in. I got it like this so I can check the fluid. When you're checking the fluid, make sure you got the car in neutral as well with the emergency brake down or up, depending on what kind of brake you got. Pull it out. quart low. It's a quart low. Go to the store and get a quart, we'll be alright. For the most part, I'm gonna go in and make sure it runs and stuff. Make a video and show y'all. We out of here. This is all you do right here. Take that off. Oh, wait. Can't pour it out too fast. Can't pour it out too fast because you'll have it all over the porch like we just did. Pour it out slow. We get it back in there. That's the whole point of cutting this out right here. Cutting the whole bottle out. Cut the side of the bottle off. You pour it on in there, and then we done, y'all. Thanks for watching.